Okay, so for this experiment, I wanted to test whether cooler heavy gas or cooler light gas has a bigger effect on cooling down hot gas, or if they affect hot gas the same. So to make the experiment fair, I'm going to keep as many variables constant as possible, so the only thing changing is basically the mass of the gas particles and their temps. So the first thing I'm going to do is pump one full pump of the heavy and one full pump of the light. And then we're going to heat this up to 1000 Kelvin. I'm trying to keep the heat temp constant so we can really see which one has a bigger effect. There we go. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do for the first experiment is add 2 pumps of the heavier gas, but we're going to make sure that when we add in the other experiment too with the lighter gas, both of them will be set at 50 Kelvin, and we're going to keep that constant as well. So I'm going to do 2 pumps of this, and we're going to wait till everything's done changing. Alright, and I have these numbers already written down, so we'll come back to them, but something we can really notice is, okay, 525 Kelvin, pressure's around 40/41 atm. Speed is about 500-600 for the heavy and about 1700 for the light. Kinetic energy, it's looking, kind of high. So we're going to redo this real quick. We're going to, again, add 1 pump of that, for the heavy, 1 pump of the light, heat it up to 1000 Kelvin. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, again, that constant variable, we're going to set it to 50 K when we put in 2 pumps of the lighter gas, and we're going to see how it interacts. So one thing we can notice is that the temperature is the same as the other one, so is the pressure, and the heavier gas has about the same average speed, and kinda so does the lighter gas. It's a little bit less, but it's about the same. We can notice here that, the kinetic energy is like a little less than the heavier gas. So I think that's the biggest difference, and I think that's the effect that the speed has on the kinetic energy. So let me pull this up. This is my table that I made. So we can notice with just 2 pumps of the regular gas, the pressure is at 38 to 39 atm, temp was 100 Kelvin. Those heavy balls, those blue balls, were about 810. The red ones were about 2220, and the internal energy was kind of low. We injected the cool heavy gas 40 to 41 atm, 525 K, which injecting the cooler light gas too, both of these are the same. Speed distribution, they were about the same too, but we noticed in the first experiment that the red balls were just a little bit above what the red balls were in the second experiment. And the internal energy, I think, was more so higher for the cool heavy gas than it was for the cool light gas. So how does speed distribution affect the experiment? Speed distribution doesn't really have an effect on the overall temp and pressure, which we saw. The thing that it did affect was kinetic energy.